already knew some of that because some of the world's largest installations of solar are in the Northern Cape. So, on to the show. Two guests here. The first one, this gentleman, won the recent 100% design competition held at Gallagher Estate. So, I want to introduce Philip, is it Houtlander? Houtlander.
That's right.
Okay. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And so before we do that, remember it's an interactive show. So let's just go through SMS. If you want to SMS into the studio to talk to our STEAM panel here of design and education experts, it's 41348. SMS 41348. If you want to do the old email version, on air at mixfm.co.za. If you want to stream, you can go to that website as well. And our WhatsApp line 084-822-0938. 084-822-0938. That's WhatsApp. That'll bring you directly into the studio. So, Philip, what did you do to win that number one spot?
Well, the company is called Houtlander.
Yeah.
And we've been making furniture for a couple of years, and we decided to, Stephen Wilson is my partner in the business.
Hey, Stephen.
Yeah, he's off on a little holiday.
Oh, okay, so he's
yeah. So we decided to exhibit at the 100% Design South Africa show, held at Gallagher Estate, because it's really South Africa's premier
it's a fabulous show. There's so many things that happen.
Great. So, we relative newcomers to the design space. We decided to exhibit there, and we were asked by We Are Joburg collective that was sponsored by the Gauteng Tourism Authority. We were asked to design a piece for the stand.
Okay.
And we went with a piece that's kind of in the same language as the furniture that we are currently producing. And it was judged by a whole panel of judges to be the best design of the show.
Wow. How many judges? Were there like all these judges and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, they were quite big industry experts that were judging, and I think it was about 10 judges.
Wow.
I'm not sure, but it was quite a lot of them.
But there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of, I would imagine or assume that there was a lot of entries judging massive. From all those stands.
It was massive, yeah. So basically everything on the show, according to my understanding, was up for these awards.
Okay. Now, we've had a whole bunch of SMSs already. People are wondering, can you show us a picture? No, we're on radio, folks. It's okay. We'll get to that point. Maybe Phil's got a website or something that he can talk to us about later. And do you remember and yourself? Just how did you get into design? I mean, let me tell you something up front. I cannot sing, I cannot draw, I cannot dance. So I was in the wrong lineup when those design chips came out. Yeah. I was, not in that place. But so how did you?
Well, to be truthful, is we don't really see ourselves necessarily as designers. We see ourselves more as makers.
Creators.
Yeah, we're not trained designers. We are trained manufacturers. And I guess through understanding and learning more about manufacturing and learning new technologies and using that to improve our manufacturing methods, we obviously learned how to design as well. We did a lot of work for other people in the last couple of years, but we've decided to, the last 8 months, spend time on our own range, developing our own range.
Okay.
Me and my partner, we met on a furniture design exchange program to Sweden.
Okay.
So we've got.
So did you both go?
We both went. Yeah.
Oh,
so
cool.
we were both part of this small business incubation program. He was from Durban, I'm from Joburg, and we met. We were both selected, and we met in Sweden. When we came back, he moved up to Joburg and joined the business.
Wow.
So from there we just we grew as designers, but as I say, we're more manufacturers.
I have to ask you, when you were in Sweden, did you go visit my favorite store, IKEA?
We did.
Yeah. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if IKEA sponsored this whole thing. But what did you think of IKEA? I mean, it's modular furniture, takedown furniture, the stuff that I got when I was living in Canada. I mean, it came in a box.
Yeah.
You brought it home. in half an hour, it was up, it was working, you didn't need heavy equipment, you know. What did you think of all
Well,
that?
it's mind-blowing what they do, and at the scale of what they can manufacture all of that components to meet the demand for their products. It's unbelievable.
Did that have any influence on you? I mean, are you kind of secretly planning to get into modular furniture? Because IKEA's not here as far as I know.
Yeah, they're not here. We actually did try a little kiddies range of furniture,
And?
which we got a great response for, but we just never actually got around to getting it into the market.
You
But,
must be a designer, you know. Designers do that. No, we got all these emails, we got all these orders. So what do we do? Oh, we'll go on a holiday to Sweden or something.
Yeah. No, so IKEA's, it was really a mind-blowing experience, and the way they lay out their stores, it's all very, very well thought out, and I guess that's something we can learn from.
Yeah, no, it's built to, you know, appeal to the eyes and appeal to the pocket, because you don't have to pay all of that kind of stuff. And it's interesting when you kind of dig down into how they operate. I mean, the screws come from one country, the panels on the left-hand side come from another country, they're exact specifications, and then they all arrive at a central place, they get packaged together. And it's interesting because each country and each supplier of a specific part doesn't know what it's for. They're just said, you want this kind of screw, this kind of panel, this kind of extrusion, you know, that type of thing, and then they put it all together. Has 3D had any impact on you? Has that technology come and hit you on the head yet?
I'd say our whole business is based on that.
Oh.
We really use that technology to the utmost. We've got a 5-axis CNC router, which is basically a robot that we program. So we design our furniture pieces on a CAD program, called SketchUp, which is free. And
you always now are going to have the first one is always.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've invested in a very big and expensive machine, but it's the way of the future.
Yes, absolutely.
The technology on that is just incredible, and the accuracy that we can machine components to is world class.
I've been trying to figure out since this conference that we had on Wednesday, what industries would not be affected by 3D. It's hard. I think every industry it will use or needs that kind of technology.
Yeah.
It just makes your job much easier. Well, then if somebody comes with it, so what happens when somebody comes with a design and you kind of convert that into something that will work, and then you go to the CAD program, design it, and then carve it out.
Yeah,
show the client.
So we'll draw it up in the program, and optimize the components.
Okay.
And then we'll export that into the software that our machine uses.
Yep.
And then we allocate tool paths, and we'll obviously do a few runs of cheaper material, and then we'll assemble the components, assemble the furniture, see if everything's good. We'll use some.
So I have a couple of designs. Am I able to come to you and just say, listen, I've got this idea for this or that or something else?
Well, we've been doing that for the last couple of years, but we're actually trying to focus all of our attention more into our own furniture brand.
Okay.
So, we would be open to something like that depending on what it is that you want. But for at this stage, we are really trying to add value to our brand.
Yeah. And what kind of, are you following any particular style? Or you?
Well, we've got at this moment we are producing a very mid-century modern meet Scandinavian kind of
that sounds like a bit of a mash.
Yeah, it's very, very spindly furniture, and the thing about that is it's very timeless.
Yeah.
So I won't say it's clever furniture, but it's timeless furniture that you might have seen 50 years ago. That was
I mean,
on the market then.
when I go through design stuff, I mean, I look at, for example, the Chinese design companies. Most of what the Chinese and the Asians build are all functional. It's less on design and more on function. course, you move into Europe and you go to Italy, and it's got to be all design, and it doesn't matter if it works or not, but it looks really good. And then you go to America, and I think we find that it's kind of half and half. It's a hybrid of both of them. But where's South Africa fit into that?
It's
Is it a tough one?
It's
yeah?
a tough one.
Yeah.
But like they usually say is, what I've heard people say is form meets function, and I think that's something where we try and focus on, is that we don't want to just cut a chair base.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that it's comfortable, and even if we cut 10 or 20 bases until we get the right one, even if it's not the prettiest one that we might have thought, if it's the most comfortable one, then that's the one we'll go for. So function for us is very important.
Yeah, cool. If people want to get a hold of you, well, how do we? Do you have a website or an email?
We've got a website, and that's www.houtlander.co.za.
Can you spell that, please?
HOUTLANDER.
Yeah. Okay. .coza.
.co.za.
Okay, and
we're also on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, wonderful. Well, listen, the 2018 is coming up. I'm sure you're probably getting ready to go and take that one too. It's nothing like winning 5 or 6 in a row. And from Mix, we wish you the best for your future. And if you do come into our new studio, and I know you can still smell the heavy paint and everything, but if you're ever up this way again, you can come in and just tell us we need new designs. Thank you. Okay.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
I'm the first in line, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know and I'll be around. If you got no place to go,